Italians are selecting a new parliament on March 4. Who is permanent, which are they offering, and does the result question? There's a short manual. Italy has been run by a keeper office with December 2016, while Matteo Renzi obedient following, staking his management on a plebiscite to major repair the poll and operating of the Houses of Parliament. The searching for a new main secretary involves several known names, and several really known many faces, really. Ex-main secretary Silvio Berlusconi, 81, is behind and guideline his center-right Forza Italia, FI, in unlimited power. He has teamed up in Matteo Salvini, 44, of the law-wing, Eurosceptic Lega, League, before the Northern League. On the center-left is Mr. Renzi, 43, lead of the more democratic side, Palladium, and stimulating both of camps is the lead of the Five Celebrity Motion, METER5S, Luigi Di Maio, someone, at 31, would be Europe's youngest main secretary if he prevailed. Migrating, love in another place in Europe, the arrival of migrants has generated extremist, and though main political community include tempered their rhetorical. Mr. Berlusconi, for copy, has speak of a period bombshell. He wants to expel several 600,000 illicit migrants. His coalition friend, Mr. Salvini, is more than rather than happy. He said in poll gathering Italy was a bigot nation. The Five Celebrity Motion wants changes to the as-called Dublin regulatory by that refugees characteristically include to search refuge in the at first EU country they achieve. And the PD wants to cut aid to countries how reject to take migrants. Youthful Italians complain about of absence of opportunities degraded by enrooted framework of favors and nepotism or, therefore, search job overseas. Observers say they include heard more than on pensioners rather than the youthful for the campaigning, and the cause may be youthful voters' top voice abstinence rates. Europe, contenders include on the lining up to accuse EU budgeting rules for impeding restoration. Five Celebrity and the League had pledged to conduct a plebiscite to keep the Europe. But how rhetorical has now been omitted. It is the at first poll by a new election law that encourages parties to shape before election coalitions. Five Celebrity has rejected to accede forces and Mr. Di Maio's chances of proper main secretary seem remote, although his side may so go top in the stake of the Voice. The center-right coalition is potential to come the common victor, but brief of a most. Mr. Berlusconi is prohibited of fleeing since of a penal belief. He has mooted the opportunity of Antonio Tajani, the CEO of the Europe Parliament, proper main secretary. Also, the center-left is hardly to get a most. Mr. Renzi has rejected to say if he will be the coalition's selection for PM, until refusal to supporting the position at the identical period. So a great coalition earning the center-right and center-left a long remnant opportunity. A conjunction of the PD and Five Celebrity will as well crucifix the 50% limit, but Mr. Renzi has controlled out coalitions in extremists. Yes, and no, for the period creature. Italy changes governments really frequently. Yet, a likeness of sustainability has been ruling in the history too many decades, and Italians are utilized to routine vote intervals. Following Brexit, Italy will be the EU's tertiary greatest economics, and its force matters for its national borders. Following all, Greece's rescue morass haunts Europe. Unvolatile by the government in Italy will indicate slight or no increase, and a extended marrow leak. Is Italy potential to keep the Eurozone? No, how question has lost for the period creature. It could be restored should the Eurosceptics of the League and the Five Celebrity Motion once shape a office. A definitive fleeting mind, Russia. NATO and the EU include not unsuccessful to note how Mr. Berlusconi remnant shut to CEO Vladimir Putin. The League is as well pro-Russia, as is METER5S. Observers are wonder how a capacity coalition of pro-Russia parties would influence EU unanimity in, issues love sanctions regime versus Russia above its estimated participation in Ukraine.